Hello, welcome to Texas Style Cuisine. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dump cake in a Dutch oven. Let's get started on this dump cake. Now, one thing I don't usually do on cakes is preheat an oven. But in this case, I melted butter in there. So that bottom is a little bit warmer. So you want to be careful with your coals on the bottom so you don't get too much heat, because normally the oven goes on there cold and it warms up the batter with the oven. I'm not going to do that in this case because I preheated it. You could solve that problem by melting your butter and pouring it in. I didn't do that. Anyways, dump cake is exactly like it sounds. We've got a butter cake recipe. Now all I'm going to do is open this up, and I'm just going to pour this around on the butter, and that's a whole stick of butter. Put that in. Take my cake and kind of spread it around evenly right there. Now on top of that, I'm going to pour in some cherry pie filling. Now, I don't know whose idea this was, but it is easy. You're out camping, you want to make something fun, tastes good, that's not a lot of work. This is what you get right here. Now, top of those cherries, I'm going to pour a can of crushed pineapple. Take it in there. Spread it around a little bit. And I did grease the edge of that oven first. The oven was greased, and then it was then the butter was melted in it, so it could help us not to stick so much in the oven. This dump cake is just about ready. Last thing I'm going to do before we put it on the oven or put it on the fire is I'm going to put about a half a bag of pecans right across the top. These are just chopped pecans. It's a 6-ounce bag, so I'm going to put about 3 ounces, about half of it. Just give me a nice covering of pecans on there. About half of them. Now we'll get the lid on it, see if we can get it on the fire and bake this up. We're going to be baking this cake at 350 degrees. Should take us about a half hour to do that. And it is going to cook up really well. That batter just comes alive when that butter comes up around everything. And it turns out fantastic. Let's get this 12-inch on there. We're going to stack it. Helps us conserve our heat. Already got coals going, so no sense of setting up 2 sets of coals. And now what we're going to do is we are going to go with about a dozen charcoals up on top. Now, a lot of people always ask why I'm back here cooking when I got a nice fire ring up front. If you've seen some of my videos, you know I have a big fire ring up in the front yard. Well, today was threatening rain here, and we had the wind blowing. It was looking terrible, so I set everything up out here to cook so I didn't have to worry about getting wet. And guess what? It blew over, the sun came out, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out there, but I already had everything set up back here, so I went ahead and stayed back here. What I'm going to do is try to get some of these that are burning good up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if I got any more ready to go here on this. 10, 2 more. 11. There's 12. All right, they're going. Let's let this cook. 15 minutes, we'll give it a spin. Let's get these two turned now. We're going to move the dump cake out of the way. I'm going to take my potatoes, I'm going to make a turn on those. Those coals that get a little bit low. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go my quarter of a turn. I'm going to return that back to the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some coals to the top of those potatoes. Now let's get these spread around there. And remember, this ash does insulate, so try to get these coals down. Don't sit them right up on top of your ash. That'll move a little bit. Now that's going to get the bottom of our cake pretty hot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a trivet to that. I don't want this cooking too awful fast, so I'm going to put that trivet right there. Pick this oven up. We're going to take it a quarter of a turn. Right. Spin it back around. And we'll let that go 15 minutes. It's been about 45 minutes now. This cake is done. It is bubbling all the way through. So I'm going to pick this lid up. Again, lid's hot. Set it on a trivet that's clean. So I don't get my lid dirty. And there we go. That is a lovely dump cake. You can see that cherry coming up through there. Ooh, looks good. See if the cake is set up in there. It is ooey and gooey, but I think it's cooked. Cooked around the edges there. It's going to be all right. Looks like a good dump cake. Thank you for stopping by Texas Style Cuisine. Really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video of our dump cake, go down there and give me a thumbs up. We always do appreciate that. Subscribe our channel if you never had. Share us on your social media. Tell your friends about us. Let them know what you're seeing here on Texas Style Cuisine. We really do appreciate it. We thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you down the road.
Sitting by the wagon when the sun come up this morning, bacon, eggs, and coffee, biscuits, and beans. Cookie strikes the bell and he rings the world a warning. How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.